Welcome to High Vibration Academy, where we explore what's happening right now in spirituality, manifestation, and conscious evolution. Today, we're going to talk about a really interesting shift that's happening in manifestation. It's this move away from just thinking and wishing, and toward what you could call action-first manifestation. It's this idea that real change, it doesn't just start in your head, it starts with your feet.
So let me ask you, does this feel familiar? Are you stuck just thinking about your goals but not actually moving forward? You've got the vision, you've set the intention, but it feels like you're just spinning your wheels? Well, you're definitely not alone. We're going to dive into why that first tiny step might just be the most powerful part of the whole entire puzzle. And hey, if you're interested in staying up to date with what's happening in spirituality and manifestation, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and share your thoughts down in the comments.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about what we can call the dreamer's dilemma. This is that cozy but oh-so-frustrating place where we get totally caught up in planning and visualizing. I mean, it feels productive, right? But it's what keeps us from ever actually making the leap. And this is the trap it leads to. Analysis paralysis. Oh, this is a big one. It's when we just polish the vision over and over, we tweak the plan, we wait for that perfect, magical moment to finally start. But here's a little spoiler alert. That moment, it pretty much never arrives. We just get so lost in our thoughts that we totally forget to actually do anything about it. And here's the key. When you're stuck in that dreaming phase, everything is just theoretical. You're basically operating in a vacuum. There's no new information coming in, no real lessons being learned, and honestly, no growth is happening. It's kind of like trying to learn how to swim by just reading a book about it. You can have all the theory in the world, but until you actually get in the water, nothing really changes. But something is definitely changing out there. There's this growing awareness that all the thinking and visualizing, well, it's only half of the equation. And that brings us right to the heart of what we're talking about today, the action-first shift. This really breaks it down perfectly. So on one side, you've got this more passive kind of manifestation. It's focused on thinking, and it often feels like you're just waiting, and that can lead to a lot of confusion. But on the other side, you have action-first manifestation. The focus here is on doing, on moving. The goal isn't some perfect plan, it's getting real feedback. Now, this doesn't mean you abandon your mindset work, not at all. It just means you pair it with intentional action to really finally get the ball rolling. So what is it that makes this approach so powerful? How can just a little bit of movement create the very clarity we thought we needed before we even started? Let's get into it.
This is basically the engine of it all. Think of it as a clarity loop. It all starts when you take one small intentional action. It doesn't have to be perfect. That action gives you real-world feedback. You see what works, what doesn't. That feedback then builds real, earned confidence. And that confidence, it opens your eyes to new opportunities that you literally couldn't have seen from the starting line. It's this really powerful self-reinforcing cycle.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Clarity comes through movement, not just intention. We're so often taught to wait for clarity before we act, but this flips that script completely. It says that clarity isn't something you need to have before you start. Clarity is the result of starting.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the why. Now let's get to the most important part, the how. How do you actually put this into practice and get yourself moving?
Well, it really all comes down to this number, 1. Just one single step. We're not talking about some massive, overwhelming life overhaul here. We're talking about one small, intentional movement. So here's a little invitation for you for this week. I want you to pick one small action that you've been putting off. Maybe it's sending that one email, or making that one phone call, or even just doing 15 minutes of research. The point isn't to achieve some huge, life-changing outcome. The point is simply to observe. Just notice what shifts inside of you and around you when you take that single step. And I would love to hear from you on this. Are you noticing this shift in your own life? This move from just being passively aware to actively participating in your own creation? Let's talk about it. Share your experience in the comments. All right, let's just zoom out for a second. Because this shift isn't only about your personal goals. What's happening on an individual level has a much, much bigger collective impact.
You see, every single time one of us moves from that passive waiting state into conscious, intentional action, it does more than just change our own life. It adds this active, engaged, intentional energy to the collective consciousness. So, in a very real way, your own personal growth is contributing to a more aware, more engaged world for all of us.
Thank you so much for exploring this with me today. If this was helpful, please like this video, subscribe, and definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments. And for those of you who are ready to take an even deeper step, please also check out our Global Consciousness course. This course is really designed to help you elevate your vibration, expand your awareness, and contribute to a more conscious and connected world.